Hey, welcome. Fun with Rent the Chicken here. Yay! I'm Homestead Phil.
I'm Homestead Jen.
And live with us,
we have Homestead Dez and Daniel all the way from Centerville, Texas, and they service Dallas. Get your pencils ready.
Oh, yeah.
Dallas, Fort Worth, East Texas, and Houston, Texas, all with Rent the Chicken and now Hatch the Chicken as well. Woo! So they are rocking and rolling there. Yeah.
Wow. So, hey, it's great to have you on here.
They just finished their first full season with Rent the Chicken.
Yes.
And that's why they're just adding Hatch the Chicken now. So they're excited. They even have some like Christmas time Rent the Chicken delivery scheduled, right? So that is great because they're in Texas.
Yeah,
they can deliver
you can have chickens
really whenever they want. There's no frozen water or whatever happened in there, right? Yeah.
If they have frozen water, they're not happy.
There's a problem. Yeah.
They're moving further south, like tip of Florida or something.
So I have to know, what is new on your farm, your homestead, Driftwood Meadows?
Well, everything. Everything's always new. Every day is a new day for sure around.
Oh.
So Driftwood Meadows raises poultry. So not only just our Rent the chickens, but egg layers, meat birds, and turkeys year round. So it's a little quiet this time of year on the farm. The turkeys have gone to the freezers, as well as the meat birds. So we've just got the egg layers laying around. They don't do much in the winter except lay around.
That's okay.
But yes, I do have Daniel very, very busy. We're constructing a 20 by 36 mobile chicken coop for our pasture.
Ooh, wow.
So we put up to 600 broilers, meat birds, in at one time. Wow. So that'll service our farmer markets that we host in Dallas and in Houston. And then we're expanding our egg mobile that we pull with our trailer. We're ramping with the tractor. Sorry, we're ramping up the egg production, so we'll probably have 300 layers going come spring. So very exciting there. And then something new to the farm. We're updating an old barn, probably 60 or 70-year-old barn, and it will be our pig nursery. We're gonna bring in some pigs this spring and then put them out on pasture as well.
Have you decided what breed of pigs yet?
Looking at red wattles.
I don't know anything
we don't know much about
them.
Pigs.
Okay, so red wattle is a southern pig variety. They call them red wattles because they have a wattle under their neck and they're red. So they acclimate well to our climate. Very cold, very hot, very humid. So they do good here.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So and the purpose of them is to go to market with them. Is that correct?
Yes. Not just as pets, like the donkeys and the horses and the goats and the cats and the dogs and all that stuff.
Do we have any comments on
Oh,
here?
yeah, we have some. Just asking about, how'd you get your farm name? Driftwood Meadows.
Oh, yeah.
It's the best story. It's a love story.
It is.
I know.
She tried to kill me.
No, that's not part
Me and her son. Yeah.
No, so we've only been married 2 years, and
newlyweds. They're newlyweds.
Yes. But we went on a few dates on a beach outside of Port O'Connor, and we started picking up driftwood and shells, and eventually the driftwood became 6, 8, 10 feet long, and I'd make them drag it back to the boat for me. And when we started talking about the farm, we needed a name, and Driftwood Meadows.
Lovely.
Perfect.
Beach where we picked up the driftwood is where he proposed to me. So it's the sweetest story, and I love the name.
Yes, it sounds perfect for sure. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah,
and so
on here, except from what we brought in from the coast. So.
Because your Centerville is clearly not on the coast.
No. We are in the center of Dallas and Houston.
Yeah. Well, we are in Freeport, and we're nowhere near the ocean.
or the
But
ocean.
we're along a river, and apparently at one point it was the only free port along the river.
Where you
Makes
can
sense.
park your boat.
Yeah, yeah. What else do you have going on the homestead, on your farm?
Just hatch the chicken is exciting for us. We're hatching our first round of chicks, testing that out, having great fun with our candling. So we'll be posting lots of videos on that over the next few days. So they're, for older couples like us that don't have babies and won't be having babies, we'll have little chicks and be excited about.
Right. Something interesting, a lot of our demographics for Hatch the Chicken are usually for the younger kids at the daycares or the elementary schools or the senior care homes. But what we found even in the last few months is that empty nesters are purchasing Hatch the Chicken like as a Christmas gift or anniversary gift because of that same thing. They just are really looking for something to nurture and to experience some new life.
Yeah, we delivered a Rent the Chicken during the summer for an anniversary present. The wife was so surprised and so happy.
Good. Love it.
So do you have any questions for us?
I do. So if in your wildest dreams, what would your dream farm look like?
Go ahead. You go first. I went
Answer.
first last week.
Right. So here's the thing. We probably have different answers for that, right? I think maybe we should say what the other one thinks. Like I want to say what I think his answer would be, and he can say what my answer is. You want to do that?
No, well, go ahead. It might be fun.
I think Homestead Phil wants a farm like in the Caribbean.
Yes. If I have like a farm in the Caribbean, like overlooking the ocean, that would be fine for me. It could be a pineapple farm.
But in all seriousness, if we're staying in this region, we need more space to be able to have a dream farm. We just don't have a lot of space. And I think we'd really like to kind of do what you're doing with helping people have more local food with the broilers and then pigs. I think we talked about a couple weeks ago that it'd be great to have raise pigs for local families. So that'd be ideal. For me in the house, what's really important, like in the farmhouse, in the homestead house, we have a nice kitchen because we remodeled, although as a DIY, never again. If we ever decide to remodel a kitchen, we need to move. There's no doubt about it. So kitchen is super important, like just a well-made kitchen, even like a second kitchen for canning, because our kitchen gets super hot in the thick of harvest for the garden, and even canning for the meat that we can. And golly, it'd be super great if we each had our own office, because Homestead Phil has this lovely office, and our bedroom is very large. So a third of our bedroom is my office, which still doesn't make it really my office. It's still like the bedroom, So I think that an extra room for my office would be great, and have his office and still have a guest room in our bedroom. So, bigger is not always better. It just means you have more to clean.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Oh, you just said what you wanted.
Well, I answered yours and then I answered mine. So you answer yours.
Yeah, definitely more space. I'm also a ham radio operator. So I would love to put up like, a 200-foot tower with like wires and antennas. And...
We have wires everywhere. I don't know what he's talking about. So at your dream home, you want more wires?
Yes. And but it's the ability to be more self-sufficient. So like a stream going through the property, for instance.
Nice.
We could generate some power.
Well, generate power, have
some fresh water.
The ability to maybe raise a couple cattle. Where we live, it's difficult to have roosters, so we don't have roosters here. We use a neighbor up the road for our fur legs, and but it would be nice to have that. It would also be nice to have some livestock guardian dogs. I would also want to get into some goats, goat cheese, goat milk, and explore that type of stuff, which I know is kind of crazy. Although we do have some.
I'm going to need more than just an extra office.
Yeah, well, I mean, we might just have to hire some staff.
Some more staff.
But you know, I'm thinking more of that type of stuff. My garden right now is 25 foot by 25 foot.
Oh, is it that small? It feels so big.
I would be fine if it was a 1/4 acre.
Yeah.
You can't, we have enough weeds for a 1/4 acre. In your little garden. Weeds are not our friend. Although you did better this year than ever before. Yeah. I think this is the problem, you guys. Homestead Phil is the visionary. He has such big vision for everything. So here I was like, maybe some pigs, and he's like, some goat. All of a sudden, cows are on the list, you know, guarded the size of the neighbor's yard, you know.
Acre sweet corn.
Only an acre.
Yes.
Wow. So speaking of food, you've got 6 eggs. What you cooking?
Breakfast for dinner, and Daniel will eat all 6 eggs.
Scrambled, hard boiled, what?
Any way you can cook an egg, I'll eat it.
Nice. We like eggs here too. We actually still have pretty decent egg production out of the hens that we're wintering for our
Like
winter.
40 birds. We better have good egg production.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So, hey, it's been wonderful talking with you both tonight. Again, for everybody that's joining us, we have Homestead Dez and Homestead Daniel from Centerville, Texas,
Yep.
servicing Dallas, Fort Worth, East Texas, Houston,
With what?
with Rent the Chicken and Hatch the Chicken this year. So
Yeah.
if you want to get on their schedule, do it now, because Hatch the Chicken sells out quick.
Fills up quick.
And we
yeah.
have limited availability. So,
Yeah.
hey, thanks so much for joining us. Have a good night, and we will see you on the homestead.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
All right, bye.
Bye.